Hi guys, it's Tina from Carrots and Cake. I'm here with Lexi from Lexi's Clean Kitchen, and we're going to talk about all things food and beauty and business and dogs. So stay tuned. We have all sorts of good stuff coming at you. This is Lexi. Let's hear a little bit about your story and just how Lexi's Clean Kitchen came to be and your inspiration for starting it.
Yeah. So I started Lexi's Clean Kitchen in 2013. I'm like, so many places to look.
We have a lot of cameras here.
Started Lexi's Clean Kitchen in 2013, and I had a lot of stomach issues. I had a lot of gut digestion issues, not to get TMI, but it got to a point where I needed to make a change in my diet and my lifestyle. I didn't want to go out. I was super sick all the time. Couldn't go to the bathroom, all that kind of stuff that was going on. So before I sought out going to doctors and kind of figuring out really what was going on behind the scenes, I was like, let me take this into my own hands a little, cut out things that I know could cause inflammation in the body. And so I started with cutting out gluten and dairy, and pretty instantly I noticed like a difference in how I was feeling. Not 100%, but I was like, okay, I'm onto something here. But at that point, keep in mind, like, I would eat a piece of lettuce and my stomach was messed up. It was like, at that point, now I know leaky gut and candida and bacterial overgrowth. It got to a point where I was like, I just ate a strawberry. Like, why? You know what I mean? Like, it was ridiculous. So I cut out gluten and dairy and saw a significant improvement in my health overall.
And was that just, you just like researching online or talking to friends?
I just researched and I was like, you know what, I know, I've heard of this. I've heard this can cause people to have like gut issues and digestion stuff. So I'm like, let me just try it. Then eventually I'll go see a doctor if, to get that last bit of help. But so then I was like, all right, let me keep going with this. And I cut out grains, soy, refined sugar, and that was about it at that point. I mean, I did some experimenting where where I did like no eggs for a little, no meat for a little, just to kind of like figure out like a little bit of an elimination diet. But at that point, I was like, wow, this is like really changing the game for me. But I loved pizza and bread and all that stuff, so I was like, I still want to be able to eat those things that I love, so let me just like start cooking. Cooking this way. Let me see what I could do. I always loved to cook, but it was never healthy or anything like that. Like I loved Taco Bell and all that stuff, which is probably why my stomach got so messed up. So I started an Instagram account, and it was Alexis916. It was not a business. There was no intention. It's my birthday.
Love it.
And I started it, and I'm like, you know what? If it reaches 1 or 2 people and they can get some help, like making some gluten-free, healthier recipes, why not? And then after a few weeks and months, there were so many people following, and they were like, do you have a place where we could find all of your recipes? Because they were like really bad iPhone photos with just like the caption was the recipe.
So you started Instagram and then went to the blog. Oh,
so then
that's awesome.
In June of 2013, I made the website, and I was like, all right, I'm going to start this out. I was a teacher, so it was just kind of like a total side hobby, and it just kind of took off and went crazy. So then I left my job, my teaching job, and then I wrote my book, and now it's my full-time gig.
I love stories like that. And it's so cool that you started on Instagram and then went to the blog.
Instagram was very different then.
I was going to say, how was that transition going from, just a photo and the recipe to the blog? I mean, it's
you know what? I was an art teacher, so I felt like it was like, okay, I'm actually going to do some food photography. I'm going to like pull some of my art into this. Whereas I was just like iPhone picture, whatever, people are saying hi. Hey, Sammy. So I feel like that was fun for me, and then I started learning about website stuff and realizing that I knew nothing and that I needed to bring people on to help me and kind of all that fun stuff. So, but I always like to say this because people are like, oh, you healed it like just through food. I feel so strongly about it, like so passionately that like food can heal. But it came to a point where I was like 10% away from like really feeling like the best I could feel, or my best self. And so then I started seeing a functional medicine doctor, and then found out that I had candida, bacterial overgrowth, leaky gut, and so like I needed that extra little 10% of help that I wasn't getting. Naturally through just changing my eating and my lifestyle choices. So
how long did that whole process take from experimenting with food to finding the practitioner?
I would say within 6 months of changing my diet, I noticed a huge difference, like dramatically, like changed my life. And then I started seeing the functional medicine doctor, which by the time you do the tests and the this and the this,
and the tests tell you so much too.
Yeah, like the stool samples and the saliva test.
Oh yes, I've done them all.
So fun.
Yeah.
But then, like, you know, so about a year, so like within a year and a half, I was like, that time span, I was like, wow, this is great. Like, this is really making a difference in my life.
And I feel like once you start making those changes and you start seeing that improvement, it just like snowballs into like wanting to stay with it, find out more information, and just going from there.
Well, and that's the thing I feel like I always, like, people, like, you know, will write to me and they're like, oh, but I'm making your brownies. Like, I was very strict when I was healing my gut. Like, I wasn't eating certain things. Like, I was really strict. Now I have more flexibility. So I also like to say it's not always all or nothing. And I feel like because you have colitis. And like, so your diet like probably changes and evolves, but also, like, you know, if you're doing good, you might have a little more flexibility. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of back to square one with trying.
Well, January 1st, I was like, with my clean eating challenge we're doing, I was like, you know what, I need to kickstart. I need to kick it back a little because
it's so easy to get to the far
side. Oh, chocolate every night and this every
night. The holidays and the wine, and I don't even know.
The wine is non-negotiable.
Yeah, I know. I need that to stay sane. But yeah, so now you're feeling better. You know, you're trying new things, all that. Where does like a lot of like the inspiration for your recipes come? 'Cause I mean, everything I see is like so delicious, and like the videos are awesome.
Thank you.
So like, where are you getting your ideas?
Everywhere really, but like travel. Like, we were just in Morocco, so now there's like a whole Morocco series coming to the vlog. I'm like, Morocco and everything. So like travel, but like just, you know, I'll go to a restaurant. I'm like, wow. Like, we went to a restaurant in Boston last weekend. It was amazing, and we had split pea soup. And I haven't had that. Yeah, I like don't forever. I didn't grow up eating it or anything. I'm like, I need to make a split pea soup. So like now, you know, like, so just inspiration everywhere. But you know, then like I'll be flipping through a magazine, and I'm like, like that would be awesome. I want to make something like that. And then I'm like, all right, how can I put my own spin on this? How can I make this like something my readers would want? You know? And then if I know something like is really popular on my blog, I'll be like, all right, people like really like this, and this is like helpful for them, or for meal prep or this. So like, let me roll it with that. Let me see what like else I can make for them, and like, for lunches and whatever. And then I ask people. I ask my readers.
I say, what do people want? What do they love the most? Yeah. Totally. Are they big into like desserts or like, desserts?
And that's the thing. I'm like, okay, do you guys want healthy desserts? And they're like, no, we want lunches. I'm like, oh, okay. But it's fun to ask, because like in the polls on Instagram, I love those. Those are super
Those are fun. I agree. I like those a lot. So what's your like recipe process like? So you come up with like a cool idea, and then are you right in the kitchen trying out things?
So the process varies. So like for baked goods, like in paleo baking, at this point I have an idea of like the ratios that go together, like almond flour and coconut flour and all that kind of stuff. But so like that part has taken me a bit to get down, but I still like my baking recipes take me like multiple tries to get to nail them down. So if we're making like a spaghetti squash casserole, I'll be like, all right, I've already made something like this. If I throw this, like, you know, here's like the idea of where I'm going with it, and like I can kind of nail it. And then we'll have to make it maybe one or two more times just to be like, okay, we need like a little more flavor in here. It needs something. So we start by kind of like having an idea, writing it up a little bit, and then experimenting with it, or like I'll make it for dinner and I'll be like, nah, like that was cooked too long or whatever. We're doing a lot of Instant Pot recipes, so every Monday.
Super into that.
So like it lives on the counter, and I'm just like, okay, what Instant Pot? Like, what can I do? And like many fails. And you're just like, oh, don't know what happened there.
What do you do with the fails? Do you just like
I mean, you hope that you can eat them. You hope they're edible. It's not always the case.
I'm always afraid of that. I'm always like, what happens if this totally bombs? You know what I mean? But I guess that's like the fun part about like being in the kitchen.
I hope people don't expect it like perfect every time. Like sometimes I'll make something and like it falls on the floor. And you're like, what? You know, and like just like. Like it's real life, you know, like many things fail. We'll make something and like, okay, that brownie wasn't chewy enough, or it was too dry. So it's like, all right, well, if I add more of this, that like it will be too, you know, like you need to kind of work it.
And then so once you have that, you know, recipe ready to go, and then is it making it pretty for a photo shoot? Do you like batch them all together and do them all at once? I heard some bloggers like do a bunch of recipes at once.
I know people that like do like 20 in a day, like something crazy. I am like 3 to 4 a day max, and I'm like spent. So I have Kelly with me, and she works with me, and so we kind of can can like work out at the same time, test stuff. I could be writing something, she could be in the kitchen really like testing and all that kind of good stuff. So we kind of work together in that area. But so then we'll make it and then we're ready to go for the photos. So like twice a week I'm like kind of photographing 3 or 4 type of thing. In an ideal world, you know, like it's not always that way.
Yeah, no, I saw on your Instagram stories you had like this whole setup, like
for the
like
video.
Nice
So
and
we do like once a month we shoot 6 videos in bulk. So we prep the whole day before. It's like I like sleep the whole next day. Well, not really, but I'm like on the couch like a zombie. So we prep the whole, like we prep each recipe. We make a batch of it, and then you have to think like, okay, well, if this is gonna have to cook for an hour, I need like an in-between batch. So you're like making so many batches of this one recipe, then to make it again the next day. So that's great. But I try to stay organized.
I was gonna say it's all about the organization. But I like the idea of like batching the work, and this is we were talking before all this. But with me, I'm a hot mess because I have like a million things going on. But I think it's all about like working smarter, not harder.
And
so I
that's like my motto for this year. It's like, okay, how am I going to use my time and like efficiently, you know? And I did a meditation workshop in January, and we did like this concentration meditation, and it really taught me that I can kind of, it's like not that I don't think I can concentrate, but like when I really focus and I really like step back and like I'm looking and working at things from like awareness, rather than like, oh, but I want to do this, oh, but I want to do this, from like Lexi. It's like it makes me be able to focus a lot more. So I'm really working on that.
I know that like focused attention. It's like so it's so important.
Oh, Facebook. Oh, I can clean my kitchen. Oh.
You're like you're like everywhere. So back to the business side of things, because this is what I'm really interested in. Because like I said, smarter, not harder. What are some of the things that, you know, you're great at the photography, the recipe development. What are some of the things that you don't really like, or you just think, you know, somebody else might do it better that you like outsource? And
so I outsource some of my social media stuff, not Instagram, but some of like Pinterest and things like that, just because it's like, how many hours you're going to be on there all day, you know, or like on all the various platforms, plus blogging, plus writing, plus photographing, plus editing. It's like plus being the accountant, plus you know, invoicing and all of that, and the contract negotiations. So I like negotiating with brands. I know a lot of people outsource that. I like that part. So I have fun with that. So I outsource some video production and some social media stuff. But otherwise, and then I have Kelly who cooks with me. And things like that, but you know, try to figure out like my strong points, and then like let other people do it. It's hard though. It's hard to give up control.
Oh my God. Well, that's my problem. I haven't really hired anybody. I need to hire somebody this year. But yeah, it's
2018
goal. Control freak.
I know.
But
well, it's like your baby.
100%. And like you're so particular about like what you want, how it has to be done. So, but that's like the one thing that I need to. I know.
It took me a while to get to that point, but I'm like, if I want to be able to shut off at a certain time, like, and I, you know, have a structure to my day, because we should talk about that, because working from home is hard.
That was on my list of things to talk to you about.
It took me so much longer to get the hang of it, and I don't even know if I have the hang of it, to get to a point where I have like routine and structure. And I think it's because like you can wake up and just start working, or not change, or not get ready for the day, or not have to see people. And it's like I left my job, my teaching job, like, you know, to blog full time. I started blogging full time and writing my book at the exact same time. So I had no balance. Like I had no morning routine. I just like went into work. And it was a terrible year. I mean, for my like sanity. And that was really hard. And now like I'm like, all right, I need to get up, I need to exercise, I need to get out of the house, or some structure. And it's been really hard to balance that. Harder than I thought it would have been. Because you've been working from home longer than me.
I was talking to my husband about this actually last night. I'm just saying, you know, I want to get a few more hours in at the gym, and like Mal's like, you have so much freedom in your schedule that it's like almost like hard to focus like where you're gonna be. So I've been trying to, you know, block my time and be like a little bit more scheduled that way. But do you have any sort of like schedule like that, or I'm sure every day is like a little bit different?
Every day is a little different, but like my new 2018 goal and my plan is like goals, all about goals. Is I'm waking up earlier and I'm meditating for 20 minutes and like non-negotiable. Like and there's always going to be an excuse.
Yeah.
Oh, I always have to do this. I can always have to do this. I have to clean the house. Non-negotiable.
So how do you meditate? Do you like sit somewhere?
Yeah.
And like,
so I sit and like, I mean, I kind of know like my practice at this point and what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And some days are really hard.
Yeah.
Like where I just have thoughts. Like yesterday before the video shoot, I was like it was really hard to focus. But
and so do you just like center your mind and like just try not to let all the stuff come in?
No, stuff is gonna come in. It's like vivid. It's there. It's so hard to explain. It's like hard to even wrap my head around because it's like so precious and like intense and hard work. It's not like easy, but it's like you want the thoughts to come in, but it's being able to like say okay and like look past them and just like be in this kind of state of being
in the moment.
And
it's one of those
looking
things.
at things from a different point of view and.
I should start doing that. I read 10% Happier.
Yeah.
Love that book. Oh my gosh. But yeah,
that was like kind of like my intro, and then I was like, okay, I want to learn more about the meditation world and space, and so now it's like I'm not doing mindfulness meditation. It's like a different practice at this point. So.
I need to get back into that. I got a little into it too, and then kind of have gone elsewhere.
It's easy to once you're not in it. For me, it's like exercising. I know you. Like for me, it's like when I'm out of the exercising game, it's hard to get back in.
Get back in. Yeah. Okay. So 20, you do your meditation in the morning,
okay.
and then
coffee.
Sidetrack.
I know. Warm water with lemon, or like a glass of water. Like then coffee. Meditate. I have my coffee before I meditate. I thought I was going to do it after, but I'm like, I need a jolt. Meditate and like straighten up the house because work here, you need to like a little bit organized, and then I sit down with my laptop. So it's like not that much of a morning routine, but enough for me to start out with because I had none. Keep in mind. So this is like easing into like, all right, then I'll like throw in a workout class. Like these are goals. These are I'm currently. So try to like 30 minutes. I mean, like my husband, he's like a 2-hour morning routine. He reads, he meditates, he does this, he does that, he works out. I'm like, I envy you. So I'm working on it. It's hard.
And then do you like plan out like the day after that? Like do you sit down and you're like, these are the things that need to get done for today?
So it depends. Like if, so Kelly's here 2 days a week with me. So like those are like our big cooking days. One day I'm like just writing. Because writing is like so much of what we do. And it's, you really need to be in the zone. So like 1 or 2 days writing. Some time to just like answer emails and get back to people. And contract negotiations and all that stuff. I'm responding to comments and making sure I'm connecting with my community group and readers and all of that. So
very good. Very good.
But so I try to structure the day though. So like on the big cooking days, it's like those are my days to cook, photo, edit, and then the other days are writing and other kind of day-to-day management.
Oh, I know.
Stuff.
Every day it's like, oh my gosh, what needs to get done right now? And then, so I actually went to this conference last week, and it was for our business mentor is this guy named Dan Martell, but he has this SaaS Academy. It's related to the software. But one of the things that he said is that he tries to plan his freedoms into his calendar and then plan his work around it, which I thought was like really interesting.
So it's like, okay, if you're going to go to this workout class, then plan everything else around that. Or if you're going to
take a vacation or something like that. But do you do anything like that you have like a vacation coming up, so you plan the work around it, or vice versa?
So what I love, actually going back to like outsourcing and having people on the team, like I used to work and I would like get a blog post up and I'm like, all right, this is for tomorrow,
That's what I'm doing right now.
I'm like 2 to 3 months out and I'm working out, so I can kind of like, I leave some wiggle room for like if things come up that I need to throw in. But so like if we were just in Morocco and like I was scheduled out like 2 weeks after Morocco at least, so I was like, okay, I have time once I'm in Morocco, like I don't have to worry, I'll check in and whatnot. And then when I get back from Morocco, like from your trip or whatever, you still need wiggle room because you can't come back and then have like something done for like that week. So I try to work further out now.
So that's what I need to do. So you have an editorial calendar and it's just it's way out ahead.
OCD. It's color coded. It's like, here are the videos, here's this, here's what I want to do each day. Like it's all, I use Asana. Have you heard of it?
Yes.
I love it. I'm so happy with it. So I have different, like, I have content calendar, and then I have like video calendar, and I have all to-do list calendars, and then they kind of all sync, and they're color coded.
And it's all in Asana. Okay. I might have to get myself organized there, because I'm hot mess all times. Hot mess at all times.
I'm just like, OC, it's like, so I always said this in art school, like there were some people who were just like all over the place, free for all, like they would get their stuff done last minute, and I was like, how are you doing that? I'm like, type he is such a muffin. Let's see, we have any comments going on. So fun. Oh my god, he's so cute.
If you have any questions or anything.
He's so cute.
Oh, he's so nice and warm too, like warm laptop. So
this
when you're working ahead, so you're really thinking like 2 or 3 months. Are you thinking like spring already? And
no,
not that
like
far.
We're finishing February.
Yeah,
it's like a slow start in the new year because I'm like I feel like January is like so big and like there's so many things going on. So I really like try to focus on like a lot of little details in January. So like, which normally I'll be like 2 months working into the 3rd month out. Now we're just finishing up February.
Okay.
So like a month out.
I need to work ahead.
It's the best. It changed my life.
And then do you have like almost like content silos? Like you want to get like a certain amount of recipes or beauty or lifestyle or anything like that?
So like I'm trying to do like a 2 recipe posts a week. So like Monday, Wednesday. Mondays are Instant Pot right now. Wednesdays are whatever else. And then Fridays I'm trying to do like a beauty counter post or like a safer products for your home, Beyond the Kitchen, which is like things I'm loving or like songs that I like, just like random whatever. Or like talking about MTHFR and detox because I have MTHFR gene and just kind of like we did 23andMe.
Oh yeah, I did this one called Fitness Genes. I like just got the results the other day. Super like, interesting.
It's like scary when you open it. You're like, oh my god, but it's cool. It's good to know. So like I'm trying to do like once a week a different type of post. Oh, I like travel stuff and
I like that. I like having like the content areas.
And then I know if it's like Fridays are going to be not recipe stuff, then I'm like, all right, what do I want to write about this month? And I kind of try to map it out. It's harder to do those posts though. Because I'm like, all right, I really need to be like extra thoughtful. I'm not like the best writer. Like it doesn't come super naturally to me. So that's like a struggle.
Writing is a struggle for me too. Maybe that's something I should outsource.
Help with writing.
I need help with writing.
It's hard.
So I had a question and now I'm blanking out of what it was. I know. So this year you've been doing the videos, the cooking videos. How do you like that? And I mean, is that just something new you're trying?
New I'm trying, and like they're longer format. They're not the tasty style, which are kind of saturated a little at this point. I'm still doing those, but it's cool. People are like in the kitchen cooking with you, and it's like it's nice. They get to see me. And it's just kind of fun, just something different, different format. They're longer. They're like usually like 3 minutes or so. And, you know, you have to change with Facebook and change with all the algorithms, and so you know, just trying different things. But I like them. They're cool.
They're cool. I know. I like
a
them
lot of work,
too.
but they're like. They're fun.
And then do you have any?
You've been doing them too.
Mine
I liked your sweet potato toast.
Hey, sweet potato toast. So easy. It's like such an easy recipe. And I got so many questions. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to show you guys what I do. And I was like the shortcut, like put it in the microwave.
I loved that.
But so you're doing those videos. Do you have any other like big projects for this year, or any like goals or anything like that?
So, big projects. I mean, video stuff. Kind of just really getting, honestly, my biggest thing is like working on balance and working on me. It's easy and I'm sure you can relate. Like I put my readers first, I put like the blog first, and then it's like I need to focus on me this year. A little. Like obviously I'm gonna try to just have more balance. So putting me in there first. So having my morning routine or stopping at the end of the day or taking a break. So that's like one of my big balance goals. Definitely some projects coming up, just like video stuff and just random things that I'm taking on, and client work and kind of like more Facebook Live type stuff, and just like taking my partnerships and expanding them and seeing how we can, you know, Instagram stories and just kind of making them more of like more well-rounded, so people get a real understanding of how I'm using stuff, not just like, because you know the whole thing with sponsored posts, it's like people are like, well, what do you guys like, what are you doing? It's like, you know, it's like a hard kind of thing to explain, but it's like we're only sharing stuff that we 100% stand behind. I really want that message to get across. So I'm trying to.
And those are the best partnerships, the ones that are just natural and they're just part of your life and just integrated that way. So that's good. Big fan of working with brands that I love. So let's talk about your cookbook a little bit, because I used it last night, made your shrimp.
Is this in there? It's up there.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so good. I mean, all the photos are
Yeah,
beautiful. It's
thank
bright
you,
and
thank you,
colorful
thank
and
you.
everything.
Yeah.
And I mean, a lot of them are really like simple and straightforward, which
That's
I
like
like.
my thing.
Yeah.
It's like I want them to be delicious, but I don't want you to spend 7 hours in the kitchen
Yeah.
because who has time for that?
Yeah, or shopping for all these like random ingredients. You're
Yeah.
like, what
Yeah.
is that? Where do I find that?
Yeah,
So,
totally.
But yeah. So how, I mean, did you enjoy that process? I know it's a lot of work. I mean, right,
it was
doing a
so
cookbook.
much work.
Yeah.
I liked it, and I'm happy I have the book out, and people are loving it.
Yep.
So that's like the feedback has been awesome.
Yep.
It was challenging. That was a really tough year. It was hard to balance the blog and the book, and then you go. And I was saying to you earlier, it's like you go through this like these phases of like not depression, but you're like, okay, like I'm writing this, I'm super excited, and then you're like, okay, it's done. Now I can't edit it. Like it can't change. You know, like the photo, like nothing can change.
That's it. Yep.
And then you're like, wait, no one's seen it. What if they hate it? What if they don't? You know, like, and you're like, oh my goodness. So there's like so many emotions that come up in the process, but it taught me how to write a recipe. Like, you know, like I learned like how you're actually supposed to write a recipe. And I just like learned so much about like just all of that kind of stuff, and working with a publisher and an agent. And
I was saying, how did the whole book deal, like
so
all
I had
that
an
happen?
agent, a literary agent, and she's great, and she kind of helped me with the whole process. And then
nice.
I liked the publisher, and it all worked out, and you know, just kind of all that kind of fell together. That was like my big sign. Like I was going to leave my job, and the book deal started coming up, and I was like, that's my sign.
And that was it. Yeah. It's kind of happened with me too. Yeah. But my book wasn't that good.
No, not true.
I'm looking at all my questions. I have a whole bunch for you. So back to the cookbook thing. So if, like, I know like lots of people, like bloggers out there, people that like want to write cookbooks. Like how would somebody make that happen? Like would they find like an agent, or would they start pitching their book?
I 100% would not do a book without an agent. I know people do.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know what those contracts mean.
Oh, totally.
I don't know what any of the language says. Like, so for me, that was like they take 15%. I don't know, just full disclosure, of like everything, and it's worth it to me because I wouldn't have gotten any of what I've gotten without that, like without her in my corner. And she advocates for you. She's like the person that's like, no, we want this done. Like, where are you guys at with this? Like making sure things are running smoothly and like that your best interests are in mind. So
that's
an
good.
Agent was like, I wouldn't do that. It's like starting point, want to write a book, kind of figure out what you want to write about.
Yep.
Talk to an agent.
Yep.
See what they think. Because like when I first started talking to my agent, she was like, I think you should like develop this aspect of your business or you know whatever we were talking about, and then in a year we should revisit this. So like, and I was glad she said that.
Yeah.
Like, and we didn't just jump into something that wasn't the right time to do it. So,
Right. Oh, that's good. It's good advice having, you know, those people in your corner and like.
So finding an agent, developing your like you know what you're writing about, and then you know either your agent is pitching for you or kind of have there's a few like ways that goes down, but agent all the way. Yeah. Because they guide you. You're like, well, how do I do it? Yeah. Exactly. We don't know. You know, I don't know. I didn't know. Yeah. So.
Yeah. And then what was the process for creating that? I mean, were you just banging out recipes every day?
I have like an insane spreadsheet and my type A comes back. And it was like each month I'm like, here's the recipes I want to test. And these are like, you know, like each month I have like kind of like a plan. Yep. And I was like, at first I was like, okay, I'll do all breakfast like in 1 month. And I was like, if I eat breakfast food one more time. Because like the book you want to test and test and test because it has to be like, you know, so perfect. So, so I would test them, like, so I would be like, all right, here are like the dinner recipes I'm going to test this month. Here are the breakfast, here are the sides and whatnot. And I would test them and I would get them to a point where I was like, okay, these I could be done with for now. Yep. And move on. Yep. So like each month.
Photograph them too? Like done.
I photographed, which some people don't. They have a photographer. Yeah. Done for now. And then but what happens is you work with an editor and then she's like, did you mean 1 teaspoon of that, like a paprika? That sounds like that. And you're like, well, that's what I wrote. I think so. So then you go back and you're like, now I have to test it again, you know? So funny things like that where you're like, oh, I thought it was done, you know? So trying to like stick with the plan. Because you also have to, you can't let the blog go.
I was going to say, and then doing the blog at the same time. So then were you kind of like picking and choosing?
Well, like I had my list of like recipes that I thought were going to be in the book. And then like, of course that changed, like the concept changes also, like from beginning to end. But I was like, oh, I want this on the blog. Wait, this one should be for the book. And I was like, trying to figure that out. But
And then you have like these awesome recipes that like you want to share with the world, but you're like, it's going to go in the book and nobody's going to see it for like a year.
Yeah, I know. And you're like, well, but you can tease it and like have fun with that. So it was nice to like share it with people and get them excited for what like was going to be in the book. So that was cool.
Totally. Cool. So let's talk a little bit about Beauty Counter, because that's something that we both are passionate about and love. So.
Are you wearing it?
Yes, of course. Of course. My dew skin. Every morning with my dew skin.
I love it.
It's perfect for the gym, by the way. Just slap it on.
Perfect.
But how did you get into it?
So I was at Paleo FX.
Oh, right.
3 years 2 years ago. And Cassie from Fed and Fit, she's a good friend of mine, and we were staying together, and she brought all these products, and she's like, you need to just try them. And I was like, and I was really open at that point to changing the products I was using. I was still kind of not using like safe stuff in my home, and beauty stuff and skincare and laundry detergent and all that kind of stuff. But I was like, I know that this is a big thing that needs to change. So I tried out all the stuff, and I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna commit to anything until I try it out for a while. And I just fell in love with it. It changed my skin. I have horrible skin.
Me too.
Like my skin, I mean,
tell everybody that.
Like I don't have great skin, but like it was so bad before. And part of it was like I wasn't like really taking care of it that good, and now I like, with all the products, I have like more of a routine, but like it totally changed my skin.
Yeah, I also think I was talking to one of my friends who is a consultant too, and we're just saying I feel like it just lets your skin do what it's supposed to do instead of trying to like put these products on it that are like trying to combat this and change that, whatever. It just kind of like lets your skin relax.
Yeah, and I totally have, there's products that I don't love, like that's what that means. And like that's the thing, I feel like the whole MLM thing gets a bad vibe, and I really feel like Beauty Counter is not the same. Like it's for me, it's like I love being able to share this mission with people and like educating them about the products that, why are these products not banned in the US but they're banned in Europe? Like why are we not, like we need to make a change across the board. So I love that Beauty Counter there in Washington all the time, fighting to make a difference. I just love that. And I love the products, so it's just, I'm so proud. He is such a
That's warm breath.
He's just like in love with it. He loves you. He smells your doggy. So I love that, like other aspect of my business now, where it's like I really get to help people. And for a while I was like, okay, I'm not going to build a team. I'm not really interested in that aspect. And now the teacher in me is like totally has come out, and I love helping people build their business and showing them like what they can do. He's such a little nugget.
And I mean, this is just like me being cheesy, but like it was one of those things I was like, I don't know if I want like another thing in my life or do something else. But like once I tried the products and I really found out like what the brand was about, I'm like, this is awesome. And like now I'm like telling everybody I know, like all my friends at the gym know. I totally drank the Kool-Aid. And like I don't know. I just like now with like making changes to my diet and like food testing and like things I've done where like chemicals have shown up on the test. I'm just like, what am I doing to my body?
Well, I did a toxin test like a year ago. It was provoked, so I'm like, thinking of redoing it in a different way. And it was like said I had all these like heavy metals going on, and I'm like, we're detoxing the house, and we need to move because our house is killing me. But
and you just think about like what you're putting like on your body, and I'm just like, okay.
Mike, my husband, he was the one that looked at our Dove body wash and was like, we should not be using this. And I'm like, you're right. And the Beauty Counter body wash is amazing. I love it. He loves it. It smells so good. It's been a good addition to my life. And it was one of those things I was like, we'll see. I know. And like now that I'm all about it. And it changed my skin. And my mom loves it now. She uses all the products. And she's obviously an older woman, so it works. There's different lines, which I love. So Beauty Counter.
Rah rah.
Well,
maybe we should talk about Jax right now, since he looks like he's attention
the
deprived, right?
I know. He sleeps all day.
I was gonna say, how does he help you? Does he sample or clean up? Or
he's so spoiled because we're home. Like Mike works from home too.
Oh right.
So he like, if I'm sitting here, he's right here too on the couch, and he walks over to his leash at a certain point of the day, like, I'm ready to go to the park, Mom. What are you doing?
So are you in charge around here? Is that what's going on?
Yeah. Well, we joke that like the order is like Mike, Jax, me. He's just a big fluff. He's my first dog I ever had.
Oh, really?
So like I didn't grow up with a dog or anything, and I'm obsessed with him.
And
He's
were you
fantastic.
you got him as a puppy, right?
Yeah.
I've seen photos.
Yeah.
I was like, he was
a
so
fluff.
Oh my god.
If you haven't seen the photos, you need
like
to
a
see
stuffed
that.
animal.
Yeah,
It was
he,
like
looked fake.
so cute.
Yeah.
So cute.
But now, like, as they get older, as you can relate, like, he's just so much, like, he's chill.
Yeah.
You know, when he was a puppy, he was like
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah.
Teething everywhere, and like,
And did you know you always wanted a golden?
Mike grew up with a golden retriever, and I was like, I love that.
They're just so sweet.
Yeah.
They're so sweet and fluffy.
He's smiling for the camera.
Yeah.
He's like,
this is when we're gonna get like all the
camera.
hearts,
Yeah.
right?
He's literally looking at the camera.
Or the legs.
And he's being so good. I'm shocked.
Yeah, he's being sweet. Has he gone on any cool adventures lately?
We try to go to like Stone. I don't want to say all the words.
Yeah.
If I say go and park, you're like, it's
like
fun.
Murph.
We go like on these little hikes, like they're not, I would call them nature walks, like in like the woods, and we'll try to do that. And the winter's hard.
Oh, I know.
But our backyard's fenced in, so he can kind of go out there. But we have a park right down the block, so he goes there all the time. But no,
Aw.
he goes to my mom's in New York when I go. So I'm going this weekend, and he'll come.
Yeah.
And he's like obsessed with her.
She has like a big yard and
but
just
he
to get to hang out with her.
Yeah,
Gets
He,
like treats and
loves
stuff.
her. You know, we brought him to her house like when he was a week old, and everyone was like, "That's crazy to bring like." I mean, not a week old when we got him.
Yeah.
And we had him for a week, and he couldn't walk up and down her stairs.
Oh,
so we had to teach him, and like he like feels like that's his second home. So it's really a good thing actually. Even though everyone said we were crazy.
Aw, so cute.
Yeah, are you a muffin?
So I have a few more questions, just kind of like quickie, like fun questions. So what's something that most people don't know about you?
Ooh.
Any like fun facts or anything?
Okay, well, I could do fun facts. We'll see if they're fun. Okay, well, I'm ambidextrous, but I always wrote with my right hand, and then I slammed my finger, like when I was a kid in second grade, in a door, and like had to have stitches and had a huge cast on it. And then I had to start using my left hand, and now I mostly use my left, but I could totally go back and forth. And in school, I would like switch off and write with one and the other.
Oh, that's so cool. You don't know too many people that can do both.
Now it's like, you know, I don't really do it.
Yeah.
I don't really write that often.
Yeah.
I mean, I write my like to-do list, but so that's kind of a fun fact. I'm trying to think what else.
That's a good one.
I should have thought of these beforehand.
No, that was a good one. I like that one.
Ambidextrous, that's like my go-to.
Yeah. Do you do like scissors in one hand or the other?
Totally different. Like people play sports and like, okay, if you're a lefty, you would do it this way, like, and I do it with my right hand.
Yeah.
So like it just
depends on like what your brain's thinking right then.
Or like tennis, like I guess I'm more dominant with what you would think would mean that I'm. Well, I don't know. Like you think I haven't played in a while. But yeah, it's like totally different. It
just
varies
what
like
based
on like sport or whatever.
Yeah. That's cool.
So fun facts: I studied painting and digital media in college.
Cool.
Well, then I was an art teacher. What else? I grew up in New York, so I've been here about 6 years now. What else?
Those are good fun
It's
facts.
hard.
I like those.
What's your go-to fun fact? Maybe that will inspire me.
I actually do have a go-to fun fact.
What is it?
So when I was in college, I followed Dave Matthews Band around on like a little pseudo tour with like some of my friends, and we followed his bus to like their hotel or whatever, and we got to meet the guys coming off the bus and everything. And Dave Matthews came out of the bus and he was eating a chicken wing, and he offered me one when I asked him for his autograph. So we signed my ticket, and then he was like, "Do you want a chicken wing?" And I was like, "No, thanks." So you're talking to me.
That is historical. I thought I was going to marry him.
Yeah?
Yeah, when I was young.
Yeah. He is a handsome devil.
It didn't work out that way. I love Dave. That's so funny. I'm like, what a weirdo.
My fun
offered
fact.
you a chicken wing.
Well, he was like eating it as he was coming off the bus, and like we're all like, sign her autograph.
Yeah. He was like, all right.
Crazy people.
Oh my God, that's so funny. So funny.
That's my fun fact. So I always ask this question to people because it's like one of my favorites. What would your last meal on earth be? Like if that was it, that was your last meal.
Can I give you my like last meal right now? Like what I'm really into right now?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, well,
it can change.
Okay, because like I go through phases where I'm like really into one thing, really into sushi, really into this. Right now, I'm on like a big chili kick. Like I get chili everywhere, and like, but it would be like chili with like like with like chips and like cheese and like the works. Maybe that.
Yeah.
But if if I was like being real, like, and I wasn't caring about like eating gluten-free or anything, probably like the best chicken parm of my life with like pasta, like homemade pasta, and like the works.
My husband loves chicken parm.
I'm a big fan, but I never get to like eat like the, you know, real deal. I make my own version.
I know, I say do like the gluten-free, like,
there's like
quinoa. There's like a million different chickpeas.
I don't do quinoa. I don't do that many legumes. I try, and then my stomach hates me.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, same.
I love you, hummus. You know?
Yeah, so good.
Yeah.
So good. Do we have any questions from our live chat?
I don't know. Let's see.
Did anybody even watch it?
Love that Jax is with. Yeah, a lot of people watched it.
Cool.
Love that Jax is with you guys. My live feed keeps cutting out. Well, sorry, it keeps cutting out, but yeah, he's pretty cute. He's a little muffin. And Sammy said beautiful. Thanks, girlfriend.
Well, I don't know. We could wrap up here.
Yeah, we can wrap up, and then we can, you know, if people have questions, they can always ask afterwards, and we can kind of chat more. I love it.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks for being here with us.
Lexi from Lexi's Clean Kitchen. This is Jax, doggy superstar. Find Lexi on lexiscleankitchen.com and Instagram, Facebook. And so thank you. Really appreciate it. It was fun.
So fun.
And we got to go live.
Love it.